1950s, the ocean of space roared from the impact of Soviet successes. But the United States had barely gotten off the beach. The country, late in developing advanced rockets, watched one failure follow another. But out of the headlines of disappointment came a voice of optimism and a voice of promise.
But we do not intend to stay behind, and in this decade we shall make up and move ahead.
From the corrected data of past failures came new successes. And under the commitment of President Kennedy, new and more powerful spacecraft were erected in the towers of Cape Canaveral. As space vehicles became proven, manned flight started. And from the White House, the President with Vice President Johnson watched the first manned launch to be viewed around the world, the launch of Alan Shepard.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to express, on behalf of us all, the great pleasure we have in welcoming Commander Shepard and Mrs. Shepard here today. I know that the other members of this team who are astronauts know that our pride in them is equal. They have been part of this effort from the beginning, and I think it does credit to him that he is associated with such a distinguished group of Americans whom we are all glad to honor today, his companions in the flight to outer space. So I think we'll give them all a hand. They are the tanned and healthy ones. The others are Washington employees. I also want to again express my congratulations to Alan Shepard. We're very proud of him, and I speak on behalf of the Vice President, who is chairman of our Space Council and who bears great responsibilities in this field, the members of the House and Senate Space Committee who are with us today, and this decoration, which has gone from the ground up here.
Telstar communication satellites and Tyros weather satellites followed the success of Alan Shepard, as well as other astronauts. Shepard and Grissom came before him, Carpenter, Schirra, and Cooper were to come after him in their Mercury capsules, but on February the 20th, the name was John Glenn, and the capsule was Friendship 7.
We set sail on this new sea because there is new knowledge to be gained, and they must be won and used for the progress of all people.
And all people came, as the world was once more invited to Cape Canaveral to watch success or failure.
Many years ago, George Mallory, who was to die on Mount Everest, was asked why did he want to climb it. He said, because it is there. Well, space is there, and we're going to climb it. And the moon and the planets are there, and new hopes for knowledge and peace are there. And therefore, as we set sail, we ask God's blessing on the most hazardous and dangerous and greatest adventure on which man has ever embarked.
Away from the beaches off Cape Canaveral, the lone pilot traveled at 17,500 miles an hour.
I regard the decision last year to shift our efforts in space from low to high gear as among the most important decisions that will be made during my incumbency in the office of the presidency. For the eyes of the world now look into space, to the moon, and to the planets beyond, even though I realize that this is, in some measure, an act of faith and vision, for we do not now know what benefits await us.
Rocketry, which 20 years ago was used to fly in war from Peenemünde, Germany, across the English Channel, was soon to fly in peace to the stars, not from Cape Canaveral, but from Cape Kennedy.